right, so we're headed to the candidates forum hosted by the BPC, the Black Political Caucus. Let's take the bus. So admittedly, in this area, I live in Noda, some of you already know that, there are pretty decent bus stops. However, there aren't any benches for most of the bus stops. And so it doesn't really preserve your dignity, like if you're carrying things. But yeah, it's right here. I live right there. Alrighty, here we go. Admittedly, this is just a short trip, but I take the light rail and the bus just about every day. And I believe that I'm amongst the Charlotte students who can best inform the development plans for the transit experience and do it the right way.
Thank you for being a supportive customer.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful day. Yeah. Nice to meet you. That was actually such a wonderful experience. So now we're going to head on over to the event and see what the dealio is. Easy does it. We're here. Of course, I don't mean to trivialize the importance of expanding the bus stops throughout Charlotte. But I do hope that this continues to demystify and bring dignity back to public transportation for you all. I was going to joke and say, I'm Gemini Boyd. And there's some truism in that, even though that's playful, because we definitely share a lot of views. But I am Dr. Tigra Sidney Acute McDaniel, Juris Doctor. And I like to repeat that because I'm a little girl from the hood, a Haitian, Cherokee, black girl from the hood. And my family did such amazing things and wrought such beautiful things in me that I can actually have a doctor in front of my name and a Juris Doctorate at the end. So that's pretty exciting, and I hope that you share in the joy with me, because for some people, that's like nails on a chalkboard when it shouldn't be. You should be celebrating with me. I bring my skill set as gifts that I lay at your feet. And this has actually been a journey, very deliberate. Some of you don't know that I am a strategic planner, have been since the beginning of my career, and I learned that again from my parents. And in so doing, I curated my academia so that I could run for public office in the future, and all of it was not in vain. Go figure. So I am definitely here throwing my hat in the ring again, and I know there's a slow adoption process for candidates like me, especially with my background, both cultural and academic, and with my unique way of looking at things in a sense of conflict resolution that is not very common for the governance here in Charlotte, America. I like to call it Charlotte, America. And that being said, thank you. And that being said, it is definitely time. It's long overdue. You've heard me say election cycle after election cycle, that I'll be here when you're ready. And so I hope you're ready, because we have to change. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Camden.
All right, so we have concluded the BPC Candidates Forum. And I'm actually going to hop right back on the bus, Charlotte. Now again, I am not trivializing the importance of expanding the transit system, because of course this is a very short ride. It's a very easy ride comparatively. There are some routes that are just really efficient, like 9, 23, 16. Well, 16 is generally very dependable. Every once in a while they definitely have the hiccup because that is such a high impact road, if you will. So they're often having to change out buses, or they often end up in a situation where their bus has to be changed out, and then of course there's a delay where there's no bus that comes for one of the routes. But generally speaking, the whole point here is to demystify and bring dignity back to our public transportation system because we need it. We need it for environmental sustainability. A lot of you are now familiar with the heat dome, and I've spoken out about this ad infinitum, ad infinitum, however you want to pronounce it. And in order to combat climate crisis that is affecting us here right in Charlotte, we have got to get these things together. And so I have a rover, believe it or not. I have a rover now. I do have, there are some things that I want to get fixed on my rover, but I can guarantee you that rover stays parked in that parking garage. Now it's a 2008 and ain't no fancy schmancy. I'm far from rich, but I'm rich in spirit, honey. And that being said, I prefer to take the light rail and the bus, and I want us to really, again, just demystify and bring dignity back to public transportation. It is not for our second-class citizens, and it is for and should be for everybody. So we're waiting on the bus, just doing regular, I was gonna say regular butt things. You know, some of y'all know how I roll. But yeah, we're just doing regular things. This trip is only about 15 minutes or something like that. It's stupid easy, but I do want you all to really just come around to it. Some of us are already, you know, we're buying into it. It's a slow adoption process, especially if you can't depend on the light rails to timely show up, if you can't depend on the buses to timely show up. But at the end of the day, if we all raise the standard culturally, and we can do it. I believe that we can do it, and let's get on the bus. Good. Okay, so we are on our adventure, friends. We got Milton and Tipperary. This is where we're at this corner. I am going to the bus stop, which is in the neighborhood here. There's no bench, and there's no shelter. It is about to rain. I do have my umbrella, plus I'm just going home, so if I were to get caught in the rain, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, of course, you know I'm a wetland scientist, so I quite enjoy a good frolic in the rain. Whereas I don't want to frolic in a thunderstorm, but I don't think we have a thunderstorm brewing. So basically, I'm just gonna go up here, and the bus comes at 3:31. I do like the new system. I'll pop it up on the screen here. Pretty integrative with Google Maps and Apple Maps, so that you can see exactly when the bus is coming. It's pretty reliable in that regard. It also gives you tracking information as well, so that you know exactly when it's coming. So there you go. So we're here, and again, no bench. There's a trash can, and I imagine maybe no bench here because of course it is in front of two homes, but still a bench would, you know, be appropriate. Maybe not a full covered bus stop, but a bench would be nice. Even one of the smaller two-seater benches, the blue ones that they normally have, that would be nice. So let's wait on the bus. And the curls are gone. The curls are gone.
So while I was waiting on the bus to arrive, I spoke to the resident of the house, and they actually told me that the trash can was the eyesore and they would prefer the bench.
All right, so like she said, the trash can, not so good. And we're gonna head on in. Having such a good conversation, but as you can see, so I forgot to film me getting off, but clearly you know I was on, and I'm back in Noda. So basically I'm going to make that run. Remember they say I'm on the run? I'm gonna go over here and run to get me some of their good old coffee. I hope they still have some. It's late in the day, and they often don't have the good old coffee this late in the day, but we're gonna see if they have some. If they don't, then I'm gonna make me some good old hot tea or a coffee at home, and then that's gonna be it for the day. And then I'll see any of you all who can make it to the international event on tomorrow. at the Veterans Park. I'm looking forward to that because you know how I feel about culture, baby. All right, well, signing off. It's Tigress, Dr. Tigress, Sydney Acute McDaniel, JD, honey, because we got to spread love, and I am your best candidate for mayor of Charlotte 2025. Hashtag we mayor together. I had more coffee, so today is a good day. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh my God.
Vote for Dr. Tigress, me, in the primary on September 9th. Remember that if I am not successful in the primary election, I will not be on your November 4th ballot. Go vote!